Good morning, all where you are. My name is Iammarwa. I am from Mozambique, living in England. I do these normal vlogs in retrospective analysis and observations about YouTube in Africa and the diaspora living in different places of the world. Well, the context today is a very simple. Is something does not go away very simple. Or we try to understand and figure out why these contradictions and these misunderstood. Well, is all why not Alex? The syndrome that I have discussed yesterday on my video. This syndrome doesn't want to go away easily because it became a niche of income, became a content, a very valuable content, and in a such way that has translated in many layers of the society, even the people not debating through online social media like YouTube, but is trending on other sources, WhatsApp, Messenger, and you can mention the groups where Africans are living together and celebrating. But why not Alex syndrome? I do have explained here on a video yesterday about the previous syndrome that called Nairobi teacher syndrome. Even Nairobi teacher has associated himself, how this syndrome even became him associated without to realize this is a syndrome. He became part thinking as adding something new or something interesting. Well, when we discuss this issue, why not Alex? His name was the C syndrome. The name of this syndrome used not be the why not Alex. No, it used to be iammarwa soldier. It's quite interesting the trend of iammarwa name has so many connectivities somewhere somehow, but it's quite important and remarkable to highlight here a comment from Chef Matiko. The video today is based on what Chef Matiko has said. If you have watched a latest video of Chef Matiko, you have seen him was look after his daughter and mention and refer to Prince Odinga. Latest Prince Odinga has become a reference, a very positive reference, and very progressive and very interesting. I'm surprised how many of you are not adhere to Prince Odinga. I have seen that Prince Odinga have 1,400 subscribers. I was expecting more than that. The reason why I'm talking he should have more, because I was expecting people be anxious to find out real information, a true fact, what was happening in Nyambuwanzi and all other YouTubers that surround iammarwa in December. Nevertheless, Chef Matiko was very brave outlining the layers that the YouTubers community on this village in this remote area in Kenya, in Africa, are become so great to the point they don't understand themselves how they destroy their own image and their own credibility on the future. Let me refer to you something very interesting, a bit out of this context, but related to. Dim Wango made an interview, a radio interview in Nairobi. And the impact of the video of that interview in the Caribbean and the community of Jamaicans and Caribbeans in the UK and the United States of America and other latitudes of the world had been resounded so much what she said. And this is very important for you to understand what I want to refer to Prince Odinga. Wow. Dim Wango says the reason why the Caribbean, why the Jamaican, is because in Jamaica, produce content in Jamaica, that content will be watched by the communities of Jamaicans around the world, in Canada, in the UK, all over, and the adverts on that, on the YouTube for the content, because they want to see what's happening home, pays higher. There you go, something interesting, also relate to another YouTuber. Many people like it, Guatemala. I'll talk later. But let's go back what Chef Matiko was trying to say. Is the capture of Dim Wango information by the mental ill and poor educated and poor visionary of the other YouTubers that are friends of Prince Odinga, Chef Matiko, and the brother Chef Matiko, iammarwa, David, and others. By hear those things, they have this illusion. The number one's content generate huge amount of revenue of those who created the content. What is not true, but creates a dynamics, a social dynamics, where people ask themselves, what the hell's going on with our brothers? What the hell's going on back home? I have referred in my video about examples in South Africa, in Swaziland, and in North Namibia, and Mozambique, Lesotho, areas where I've been. So, here we have something more to understand and more to look into that really is absolutely ugly. Whose fault? Well, you might condemn me this time. I have to point the fingers, but I'm point on the right way in a positive manner. iammarwa. iammarwa was never his intention, never, in any moment in time, when he introduced YouTube to the number one's fellow young men to create this havoc, was never his intention. He intended to empower them. We have seen a video from Lennox, one of the first or second, I think was the first video of Lennox, while he's scoring around number onesie. how those farmers in a video of Lennox in number one in the earlier days of his career, how the farmers, the local farmers, said some of them have been financed by iammarwa or the parents of iammarwa. They had support, they have loans. And there is where we need to understand iammarwa intentions have been always positive. Even it's his fault to open this gate of knowledge that makes social difference. But it is a Prince Odinga, on his own words, that explain us something sinister and curious about this new syndrome that is not basically new in our communities. I'll be honest with you, this syndrome, it is all over the 56 or 57 countries in Africa, including islands. Conscience of ignorance. Assume self-entitlement soon as you eat the carrot, without realizing you need another carrot for tomorrow. And this syndrome is where, my apologies, where becomes a huge mislead turning point. Well, I am Carol, if you don't know, or Coco Mama. They done videos, and those videos, they went flat on their faces. First of all, let there be justice for Alex. So, let have justice for Alex. Yes. Did you employ Alex? When you employ Alex, what was the terms and conditions of your terms of employment with Alex? And when and what time and moment you and Alex had engaged in this legal social contract. So there you go. How people are exploring and how people are explaining all these dilemma, and they don't want to let go. The same as the problem of Mayugno. We see now Mayugno, even with the Mayugno is going through a depression, a self-conscious think, redefinition. What is life from now on? And people are not pay attention how more important that is and how that is critical. And everybody prefers to say, oh, let him be there for a moment. Let's deal with this. This is more entertaining. It is more entertaining. Because if you have watched one of the lives of Alex, there is a gay tendencies. On that video, I have asked myself, I'm not trying to discriminate here. Let me highlight this. It's not try to segregate the rights of gay LGB community. I'm fine. I'm happy. It's personal choices and anybody lives the way he wants. I will not oppose anybody out there because he's on the left or on the right, center, below. It's your choice, but there is a limit of respect. And that is what, in that life, we see two men behave almost romantically and you question the states of mind of those two men. What's happening there? So, the reflection here from words said by Odinga, and one of the things is Alex disrespected Rousseau. Most of you never picked up this. Rousseau is an open-minded person. Is a person that welcomes everybody, even makes inclusive those who are silent. We have seen a recent wedding that Marwas attended. When I'm talking about Marwas here in this context, I'm talking Rousseau and iammarwa as a couple. And Rousseau acknowledges Major K. Say, you never been in my videos. So, by Alex being so unpleasant with Rousseau, you have seen Rousseau saying to iammarwa, many things happening. Whatever decision you want to take it, I'll agree with you. My apologies. So, Prince Odinga, by being so clear and bring this information and highlight this, prove something different, that I am Crowler, so blindish, even I can say it, intentional and purpose to attack. The intent is to attack and damage the image, the integrity of others, just to get paid 0.01 cents of a dollar for each viewer. She went to a point where she says it is imperious or paramount to make a justice. How dare you will make a justice with 0.01 of a fraction of a cent of a dollar? Which might do you have to make a difference in the equation? There is a question that many of you are not understand what is in play, why this became a syndrome, and how effective this syndrome is work, and how this syndrome will affect the future generations of YouTubers, and not only in Kenya, and a wide picture in the African diaspora and the Caribbean communities. Well, drama never stops. As drama never stops, Prince Odinga goes further and explains how Alex was behaving prior the party and what was the agreement between him and iammarwa. We are talking 25,000 Kenyan shilling month, or build a house. An agreement was reached. A house. Even that agreement was reached, Alex was getting bonus, a millionaire bonus that many Kenyans they can't get, but he was getting. Even I am Carol wishes to have that bonus. There is where the problem here lays, where you see this as an issue or a problem, a tangled problem of an individual be arrogant or unpleasant or unfavorable, or be using others to gain profit in exchange of nothing. And that is not the problem with this syndrome of Alex. The problem with the syndrome of Alex is the people that consume what is come out of the village because somebody wake up and decide go viral and brutal for nothing. This is really interesting. Anyway, there is a lesson here for iammarwa and Rocio and others, in particular the couples. They are coming up in Nyambuanzi. We have the Irish couple. Now we have another couple. I don't know if she's American or she's Irish. I am not quite sure. That they should not allow. We see with the Bushman, with the Irish lady, how the privacy in their videos, in their contents, is more orientated to their own business. What people need to know, what people does need to know. And this is where the iammarwa starts now to learn and start to stop. iammarwa have to distinguish himself a private man and a social media man. This way now have to be a gate. This will happen? No. Because it's not what is iammarwa. Even Rocio want more privacy to build confidence and trust. The man is too wild. The man is too true. And the man will be out there. Bring us unmanageable, unthinkable that a YouTuber can do. believe it. But you have to understand none of the humans around him are not what they should be, kind and forgiving. You have to start creating this invisible wall of steel, a line where people start to realize there is boundaries, and that those boundaries is what Prince Odinga make us understand in his video. Is those boundaries what Chef Matik was trying to make us understand? That he sees his brother as still a kid. You will be a kid, whatever, even is in the age of 20. And this is where the boundary is. The same boundary that iammarwa has built with David, you have to start build with many others. Some will say, oh, this is not good. This will be good because there will not be a space of these people seeing and understand the dynamics, how things work, and the stability and peace of mind for iammarwa as a married person, and time also of enjoying himself. It is the privacy now issue here. It becomes a problem. When we see the syndrome of Alex become a chess game. Who push who corners who gives the best. And this chess game will not be iammarwa is going to be hurt. No, iammarwa will benefit 2 billion times of Alex. Why? Because Alex will go try to do better because the ego is there, and that ego will not function because it does not have support, never had support. That 0.01 cents will not be able to sustain the lifetime of feeding fellow the boy, Max, Ernest, Alex, and other crap out there. And there is where the wife of Alex will regret ever been speaking to I Am Carol. Is the wife of Alex the X factor in this dilemma? Is the wife of Alex that you don't not understand? By listening to Prince Odinga, you will realize something very interesting. Remember when he starts the party, iammarwa was so curious. Who is the spy? Iammarwa was alert by intelligence. That was a spy in his compound. It's Prince Odinga that reveals iammarwa have an extra layer of security that we didn't knew was there. We had the G24, another company, police, plus extra layer. And that party was a lot of issues, as Irene revealed. If you listen to Irene, even she does not go time to time in certain details, because of the duties and responsibilities she still holds in this venture, in this brand called iammarwa. Remember, it's a brand. iammarwa is a brand. It's not an individual. The individual calls Frederick Marwa. So, by revealing that, tells you something very interesting. That Alex, at the time, when was given leave, he refused. He could go for 1 hour and come back and run back. Because his masters, they say, no, you can't go home. You must be there. You must be watching. You must be filming. You must be telling us what happened. And this way it comes, the truth of the matter. When a B person comes here and say, justice for Alex. Okay. End up. How much and why should be justice for Alex? Where is the legality terms for your comment? What justice should I ask for justice when you say I attach your name and you call me names? You abuse of my character. So, if you entitled self-respect, why the Constitution of Kenya as a country, on the boundaries, on the legal boundaries, is important, respect and integrity of character. Remember, YouTube is based on the United States of America, and YouTube bounds under the American laws. And under the American laws, you have rights to sue and prosecute somebody based on legal means of your own words. Otherwise, you prove you're right. So, this issue here is an interesting matter where some of our brothers and sisters, when we talk about be a YouTuber, a content creator, is not just something that is recorded and put out there. There is more. As Dimwango said, each video you recorded in the Caribbean is an investment that will be there forever. Every time somebody will watch that video, that video will bring revenue. That is the reason we saw many monkeys jumping on the trees of that amazing country and beautiful people. Some of those monkeys, they don't understand what they're doing, but they are just jumping. Why I do call them monkeys? Because they don't realize, they don't have the subconscious. They are dealing with other humans, and those humans, they need to be respected. By respecting the Jamaicans people, you are invest in a self-determined respect and admiration for yourself. You will be accepted and admired. That's what mass list does, Christmas list in Belize and other different communities around the world. So, the brothers and sisters that are reacting at this, why not Alex? They are not understanding. Their videos, they will be there as an investment, yes, but their videos, they will be there not trending. They will be there forgotten. And this is where I ask you that talk to iammarwa, you that talk to Rocio, a senior individual, it is time to a serious talk. It is time to make these young men and this young couple understand he needs a legal protection, a legal back. He needs wipe many of the ticks that are attached to him. He needs to take so many ticks. There are so many ticks not healthy to him, to his partner. Even they became a threat of his own life. And Alex is part of that threat and will be a serious. You may ever thought Max Swan could be. No. Those are just small fish on the bottom of the river, scaring to come to the surface and show it and breathe clear air and enjoy. No. These two syndromes, Nairobi Chicha and now Alex, and the next one will be a major blow and catastrophe of iammarwa venture. If iammarwa does not set boundaries, serious and profound boundaries on this journey on YouTube, we need to expect of unexpected. Alex has brought to our attention a very basic thing. Prince Odinga himself when refers to Rousseau. I'm talking about Rousseau Cabrera Travels. Refers as a sister-in-law, not as a friend. In law, the respect, the mutual respect, transcend to the affection, and affection transcend to integrity and morals. Here is the show that the failure of the social conscience of many of us when we support the offsprings. Here is the point again. There is a need of cautious to iammarwa to stop the shout-outs. You have to start gain financing. You have to start make people feel pay for his collabos, $100 at minimum. For those people to feel worth and empower, they have to be in exchange. Most of the work done by iammarwa of empower others as result in dramatic issues and matters entangles stories in disrespect and great and dishonor. The man can be big, much bigger than a tree, as made the Jamaican grandma become a tree, and that shows he need look to himself in that way as that woman used to be. Tough, serious, no games, no game. Play or not. God have the grandma in heaven, but also we need to ask the grandma to bring blessings and protection. Mr. Cecil, if you're watching this live, Janet Harris, Mama Grace, the advocate, I'm appealing to the elders, the fan base of iammarwa, to have a serious talk. It becomes a social matter. This becomes a problem where the human conscience and the virtues need be altered to integrity of morals, not a disrespect platform, not a place of shame. I appeal you, the 500,000 subscribers of iammarwa, to write to him and advise him the need of a change of course. if this is the way forward, if you decide let be, will not be entertainment. It will be a drama, a very unpleasant drama, and not something to watch. Horrors and begging. And most of you didn't sign for that. Everybody wants to have a good time. Memories, moments. Have a friend that after hours of work make you laugh, relax, and make you think and travel in your mind to another dimensions. That is all about content creation. Content is not promoting how to hurt others. How to compare yourself. Content is not that what we watch Ivan Tars and Guadamaya talking about iammarwa like trash. That is no content. Nobody's interested in that. That is gossip, childish, ignorance. That is an ability of being relevant in a society. So, my appeal in this video is to you, the elders. You have the power. Mama gifts, Baba gifts. You have the power. Mutua. It's time to help the brother. This is a second stage. We have a first stage was the crisis of Washington. The Washington crisis. Now we have the African crisis. Next, will not be a crisis. It will be end of the story. A tragic. Humans are so complex. You can't even imagine. That somebody will go to the stream. I have never imagined in my life that somebody will sit 24/7 of entire year and targeting one single family 24/7 hours. 24 hours, 7 days on the clock. Second by second. And that needs to be dealt with. That needs to be. Because iammarwa will go to a stream to convey death to iammarwa. She will be able. She is on the way. And she is guided with the spirit. On trend is supporting. They are not just doing the God's sake. No. These people have been driven And the statistics, the numbers indicate only they need is just a little bit more. And we'll see the tragedy. Thank you. Please leave comments. My name is iammarwa.